Okay, here we go. I am totally stripped down. I just cleansed my face, pulled my hair back. I am in the brightest light, natural light I could find inside my house to show you, that this stuff is for real. I am representing LimeLight by Alcone. This is their must-do. And it's one of a couple options that you can put on as a moisturizer or just to prep your skin before the foundation. This was sent in my kit, and I used it last night and I used it today. It's a clear liquid. It's real thin, and it is just smells so good, like you want to eat it actually. But I won't. And it has a lot of benefits to it. It's a blend of vegetable oils with essential oils, and it restores, refreshes, and protects skin cell growth. Also, there's an ingredient in there called helichrysalium, and I'm probably just slaughtered that, but that stimulates cell growth. So it's healthy. It makes your skin feel fabulous, and you never want to pull hard. You notice I'm just kind of sweeping it around, and I'm not using a mirror. I'm just using my phone, so I'm hoping that you can see this real clearly. Here's the thing. When I was young, I was on horseback and playing on the beaches of the lakes in Michigan. I don't think ever once as a kid sunscreen or suntan lotion or anything protectant was ever put on our skins. And now I'm in my 50s and I think, oh, what it could have been like. But that was one pump of this product. Again, it's must-do. It's so light. And when you first pump it out, you think, oh, it almost feels like a pure oil. But I just can't even describe to you how this just made my skin feel. It took it from feeling very dry and uneven texture-wise, to right now it just feels wonderful. And honestly, I used it last night before I went to bed because I'm getting some real dry patches. And my age, you're gonna age, right? So I want to show you first what I did today. I thought maybe I don't have the right foundation color, but I'm using Ivory. Beautiful. This is a wax-based foundation. And when I first heard wax-based, I immediately turned away. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought, no way. I used liquid foundations when I was younger, and for the last 10 years, I've used powders, mineral powders. And I thought, yeah, that's great. It's light on my skin, but it didn't provide the coverage I really would have liked to have. You can see my skin is far from perfect. I'm Eastern European descent, so I naturally have dark under my eyes and deep eye sockets. It's not always a pretty sight. So while I'm waiting for my LimeLight brushes, which, I want to order so bad I can taste it, I'm just going to use my old brushes. You can use a sponge to apply this foundation if you're more comfortable with it. If you use a sponge, you're going to want to almost stipple it on, which maybe at a later time I can get a video of that. But here I go, my brush, and it's not firm, but it's not too soft. I kind of like it. Okay, so I'm going to tap it in. I'm going around. Going to load it up. It doesn't take all that much, but because this is a wax base, it does need to be stimulated, warmed up a little bit, should I say. Stimulated. What am I thinking? Maybe I need to be stimulated. But anyways, so I'm loading it up. Not too much, just getting a good coat on there. And by doing this, by swirling it, tapping it, it warms it enough to make it just glide. I like to start down my nose, and you can see. Okay, and now I'm just going to work it in circles. Always going all the way to the edge and down on your face. The thing is because it doesn't take much of this product, really, and it goes a long way, you really want to work it out and work it in, onto your skin. You're not really pushing it in. It's just gliding along the top of the skin. And I can't tell you, it almost feels like the best of all worlds. It's the coverage of a good liquid, well, superior really because of the pigment content, but the gentleness of it and the feel of it when it's on is honestly feels like a powder. And I'm really picky. I have very sensitive skin. So I'm just going to dab a little more, make sure I got good coverage here because I have this massive forehead, which, I wish I didn't, but, and I put my foundation over my entire face. I do my eyes, I do under my eyes, I do the whole eye socket. And go ahead and just bring it into your hairline. You don't want to look like you have a mask on, There you go. Even these dark circles under my eyes. Now, if I wanted to really, totally eliminate them, I could add a little more. I'm warming it up, right? I could add just a touch. And then work that out. And again, around my eye, if I'm using my finger, I'm patting. But again, I'm going to use my brush to go ahead and blend it. And you'll see, it takes one time using this product to fall in love with it. I tried it for the first time this morning, the foundation, and everybody told me, oh, you'll never want to use another foundation after you use it. And I got to tell you, I see why. Beautiful. Even coverage. I don't even have a mirror in front of me. I'm using just my phone. Okay? Now, there's a couple options from this point. You could leave it like this. Go ahead, apply your blush, your makeup, everything else. And you could even use one of the finishing sprays. There is a finishing spray that leaves it, kind of sets it and leaves it dewy. Or our pressed powder is just that. It's a pressed powder. But it can also be applied with a brush, which is awesome. I like my big one, right? And if I use the pressed powder, it gives it a beautiful matte finish. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to try to avoid my eye area with this, but I'm very lightly, you can see, just very lightly, one time, just a little bit on this big brush. And it kind of gives it a nice matte finish. And when you got a forehead like this, you don't need any more light reflecting off of it. So, okay, now what I really love to do is just go ahead and brush my eyebrows. If I need to add a little color to my eyebrows to, fill them in, I wait to do that, okay?